Well, here we are on YouTube. How you doing, Ryan?
Great. Nathan, this is another request from Brian Lord.
No,
and
our Lord and Savior, Brian.
Our Lord and Savior, Brian. He is the one, if anyone's interested, like people that are watching this video would be like, why do we care about that? Because they're watching it for Animal Collective, not for this. But he's the one that really gave growth to our channel. He's the one that gave us One Direction to listen to. This guy is our age. He's like, give or take a few years. Like he's a father. He's got kids. It's just, he's even like a manly looking man. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, he doesn't look like you would think this guy listened to One Direction, but maybe he did 10, 15 years ago, right? Anyways, the point is, he's the one that gave
he's a legend.
He is a legend. He's the one that gave us the boost to our channel. So we always have to give our thanks to the Lord for all that he's done for us in this channel. But what I love about Brian, he doesn't care. He doesn't want those accolades. He doesn't respond to them. He never comments on our channel. He follows me. He does follow me on Instagram, funny enough, but he and I follow him back. But anyways, that's always my promise. Anyone that follows me on Instagram, you'll get a follow back from me for sure. Okay. So anyways, I follow him on Instagram. He follows me back, but he never comments. He doesn't really comment on the videos. However, I did announce that I'm, for the month of July, at the time I was recording, I will be flying solo, and he saw that announcement, right? And he wrote me, he goes, is Nathan going to not be on that video? Because if so, I don't want you to do the video alone. So there you go.
Oh, I'm important. That feels
no. You're not important. We are important.
I know. I'm important to us, is what I mean.
No, I know. I'm just joking. So I appreciate that, Brian. So he's definitely, yeah, it was actually almost, you're right. It was almost too much like, Ryan, I'd rather you just wait. It's like, okay. Yes, sir. Okay. So anyways, yeah. So Brian, we're happy that we got these in before Nathan leaves for the month of July. Okay. So here we go. Animal Collective. We've enjoyed Animal Collective. I think we've enjoyed them as a band. And he just says, listen to the songs. That's it. Here's a song by Animal Collective. Listen to them.
Sadly, they get blocked, and so
do they? Yeah.
One of them is currently behind because it got blocked. Solid block, and then all out of the blue, they started releasing, parts of it to different countries. So it's like halfway blocked. So
I wonder if Brian even knows that, because he's not a patron. He pays through PayPal, so he wouldn't even have access to our Patreon. All right. Remind me to message him saying, hey, dude, do you want to see your reactions that you pay for? All right, here we go.
Okay, here we go. his comment.
At the end there. Well, yeah, this is okay. So a few thoughts here, of course, and I want to make this clear, and because we talked about how Brian, he gives us the pop easy accessibility of a boy band One Direction, which makes our channel do what it does with all the other bands that kind of umbrella it off of that experience. Okay, but what I like about Brian, what I like about anyone that does give us requests is we hope our people that join us for our reactions are pushed out of their own kind of comfort zones and to experience different soundscapes and songs. I think Brian would know us by this time. I think when he would give us a song, he's not going to be like, they're gonna put it on their one wheel list or workout song or whatever. However, I have some positive things to say, but definitely weird. It's weird, but weird is okay. Different is okay. And there's a lot going on here. There's that soundscape. That when I was laughing at this. It was an uncomfortable part of the song where I would probably have to go back. I actually had the lyrics up, which I don't know if you had them up, but I
hadn't even thought to look.
No, I had them up. I put them up almost right away. Once I heard the style of singing, that was kind of hard to understand. I got the lyrics up right away, so that did help me enjoy the song a lot more, hearing the lyrics. And I got a couple of thoughts on the lyrics, but so there was a part where you said, "Why are you laughing?" I'm laughing because there was a very uncomfortable part of the song to listen to, whereas that sound of just like it was kind of irritating. But I was enjoying kind of being irritated. I was enjoying that for whatever reason the artist felt the need to put that in the song. So if I'd go back and listen to it again with the lyrics, I'd have to see where that fits into the part of the story or the song. However, like this is going to sort of sound like an insult. It doesn't mean to be, because these guys are very obviously they're talented musicians and they can piece together. There's a song in there. And I don't know why artists do this. And I would be curious to talk to these guys. Maybe Brian could tell us in the comments if he ever does on YouTube. That I'm just curious why bands do this. Like, I find it interesting, and I have no problem with it in the sense of like, that's your art. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. But if I was a member of Animal Collective, I'd be like, hey guys, I really like the way we're singing. Because their singing was great. I like that kind of singing. The lyrics were really strong. I just wish the soundscape was a little bit more. I wonder why they don't make it accessible. What are your thoughts on that? Like, what is it because they're not the only band that's like that.
Yeah. I got a couple of thoughts on that. Sure, I would start with like what I remember with Animal Collective is there's sometimes a more electronica sound. I remember one of their that we watched. This is just the funniest video of like this old guy, and they just like cut over to all these people in on a stage. It was just really funny. It was just a funny video. Yeah. But then like this is quite different from what we've heard before. Why I thought you were laughing is like what I imagined was it was like they went to Jane's Addiction. They gave him a crappy microphone, let the drummer still have his drums, but they gave everybody else like Tinker Toys, and they like recorded because his voice sounded Jane's Addiction.
Yeah, like, that's fair. That's fine. But I like it. I really like the vocal work.
Oh, I didn't. It's not that I didn't like it. It was a very interesting creative choice. And back to your comment about creativity. I think what I like about artists that do this when they do it, because you see it creep up on certain not creep up. You see it come out in certain albums where you're like, well, that's a really strange song. Why is that one on there? And I would say this is how creativity works. Creativity does not work in a box where everything's perfect, everything works out, and it's awesome. It only works when you screw it up. That's the only thing you have to screw stuff up if you want to learn how to get it right. You can't just make it right all the time. And so
our channel should be much better than it is. We screw up all the time. Our channel.
That's just it. Like we've improved over time because of that, I would say, not in spite of it. And I think that's the key to good creativity is to keep on coming back to it and going, okay, I got to tweak this and change that and improve that. And you have to take risks in order to get there. And like some of my favorite artists have done that with their music, where they had a very distinct sound, then they tweaked it and played with it, and they screwed some stuff up and it sounded odd, and then they changed their sound a little bit. But then because they did that, they now explore a new sound. And so I don't know. I like it when artists do it. I don't like it when it's so weird when there's like the three people understand what's going on. To me, that crosses
Well,
a line.
this is accessible enough that no, I wasn't like turn it
Yeah.
off because there's some stuff like that where it's just noise.
Yeah.
This has, I guess maybe more listening to them will get us used to their sound. I mean, this is a highly reviewed album. It came out in 2005. It's
Mhm.
like 84% fresh score or whatever from critics, like pretty strong scores across the board. But these are people who know the band, probably know their sound, so we're just getting to know them. I like it. I like the singing. I think there's probably other songs that are maybe more accessible, and I think we've already heard a couple that were, so maybe Brian's just trying to push us a little bit further out of that box a little bit. But I like it because I like experiencing this. I find it interesting to experience stuff like this, and
Funny you say that, Ryan, because
oh
tomorrow we'll be doing some more Animal Collective.
yes, we are. I just like the lyrics. Well, not the
Oh
lyrics,
yeah,
just the set. Well, I was going to say here
talk about the lyrics.
well, okay. So there's that talk about tuna's intentions and the hot tubs, or what does it say?
I don't have the lyrics in
Oh,
front of me.
okay. There was something about tuna's intention and Tennyson. Sorry, tuna's and Tennyson tubs. Do you know what a Tennyson tub is?
No,
Okay.
it's just an alliteration. They're just repeating the T sounds.
But it's a happy song.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about joy and connection, like cheers rolled out, arms went around. Don't miss me, goodness, because I rub away every time. Don't miss me, goodness, because I rub away every time. And at the end there, they're repeating the chorus. Oh, my sweet goodness. So there's a sense again here of comfort and happiness, and the singing does sound like that. It is comfort and happiness, but then there's, like I said, there's parts in the song where it's like you're uncomfortable. So I think that's why it's at the beginning, but at the end it seems to feel lighter. Yeah. All right.
Very
Okay.
good.
Thank
Great
you.
analysis there,
Well,
Mr. Ryan.
I'm happy to be here. And everyone thank Brian Lord for making our channel more than 1,000 subs. It was all because of him. Really. We'd have to go back. What was our analytics in August pre Brian?
Well, I don't know the flow on YouTube. I don't know how much it impacted our YouTube channel,
Subs.
but our
subs.
our Patreon went from like 30
to well,
to
yeah.
Bigger.
10 times that. Yeah. So
yeah.
Plus. All right. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching.
Yes. That was
Thank you, Brian.
Excellent. Thank you, Brian, Lord and Savior. We'll see you in the next one.